we're live. Hi everyone, this is Amateur Gamer, and I'll be returning to Civ 5 Vox Populi, continue with the modded playthrough. Just released a huge overhaul. and I mean huge, massive. I don't know how much gameplay I'll be going through. So I added 3 eras. One of them is still kind of incomplete. I still have this column I could work with. So I haven't touched anything. I shouldn't have touched anything past classical era. So everything before classical era, I saw some changes. Like new text, sail making, seafaring, iron tools, hill forts, alphabet, iron weapons, iron mines, iron smelter. Yeah, you'll see some text like previously, like calendar, military theory got moved, and then you have this was trade. Now it's horseback riding. We have trade here. Construction got moved earlier, so it's mining, pottery, fishing, animal husbandry, trapping, agriculture, the wheel. So Iron Era has some new buildings, has some new units like early macemen, early swordsmen. Also wonders and a bunch of other things have been moved around. Statue of Zeus is now iron smelter. Where the heck did I? Yeah, even like where you unlock unique improvements like Maui and Kuna. So all of those things have been changed. And then we have mausoleum up here. We have a shrine in seafaring. I don't think. Yeah, no, I haven't changed the totems. Improvements like mines, road, camps, workboats. Wait, I'm actually curious. Fishing. Okay. Huh. So fishing boats improvements were never actually. Oh no, it says it. Sail making, great fishing boats. Got it. And then yeah, wonders got moved around a bit. Stonehenge is at iron tools, pyramid iron mines. I don't think this has any. You do get defense a lot sooner, which might be useful once I actually implemented all that I want. Right now, this is still. Oh yeah, we also have an early trireme. So things got changed here. Oh yeah, monument is now here. So the idea is that you won't get drawings and monument until later. Yeah, everything starting classical onwards I haven't touched yet, mostly because focus was the other eras. And then we have Bronze Era, where we have 14 new texts? No, 13. Because bronze working and horseback riding, this was trade before. Got moved here. We have light horse, we have cavalry barracks. We also have bronze working, early spearman axeman. And then we have slavery, where we have a new resource, slave, which is a big resource. I will have a patch future version where I specifically focus on making use of slaves, add new buildings where you could get more slaves, use slaves for units for certain buildings. I haven't started on brainstorming on that. I have some basic ideas, but it's very basic. Oh yeah, and all the bonus resources are revealed as slavery. All the luxuries are shown on mercenary, and then you have your worker at organized warfare, and then you have iron and horses and farms. So the idea is you will know most of everything that you need by the time you research organized warfare, and then you can decide, okay, do you want to go for totem, do you want to go for the improvement, go for a wonder, lots of things to do. Yeah, Iron Era is going to be a very interesting thing. And then note that this pathing. So what happens is I made it so that once you research all of these, you could go to bronze working, and then bronze working go to horseback riding, slavery, mercenaries, organized warfare, and then after organized warfare, you'll have access to the first column of Iron Era, which is actually, did I fix iron tools, sail making, okay, yeah. I had iron weapons at one point, which meant one of these texts doesn't have a prerequisite, which was very weird. Okay, sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, so the idea is like you can just research these kind of whenever you want, and then you're kind of forced down this path. There's a specific reason for that. I haven't implemented it yet, and I'm not gonna do any spoilers, so yeah. And then what happens is, once you research this, you'll finish Bronze Era, and then Iron Era, you'll start fresh. And what's interesting is a lot of these buildings, before Iron Era, most of these, there are a couple like cavalry barracks, slave pen, and slave market. Those won't go obsolete, but the other ones will go obsolete, either horseback riding, bronze working, horseback riding, slavery, or mercenaries. Horseback riding, bronze working, slavery. So yeah, and then note that, yeah, so for buildings prior to Iron Era, none of them produce culture, so you're not gonna get your policies. Policies are meant for Iron Era onwards. I don't want to have so many things early on that we run out of things. I mean, yes, I could add more policies, but I'm gonna add more eras, so I probably need more policies later, but that's a different topic altogether. So we have all of these. We have some new units. We have like chariot archers that can move forward. We have scythe chariot. And then we have all of these buildings. Oh yeah, palace is not buildable. So in the past, when you settle your city, you get palace for free, and it has all of these. Now you have to build it. And then it also has some changes. Like you'll notice that it has a jungle +1 food, marsh +1 food. I made some changes to terrain. So for a lot of terrain, actually we could probably see it right now. So marsh, you get +1 food. Forest, you get +1 production. And then for grassland and plains, you get nothing. And tundra. You need specific text, but more on that later. And then Copper Era is very simple. There are also changes I'm thinking of adding some wonders from the heck is the mod called now? I don't remember. Is it called More Wonders? It's managed by Adin Eslavo. Hope I'm not butchering that, but yeah, More Wonders. I got permission, so I will be integrating some of those wonders into here. Change the requirements, because that one has a lot of stringent requirement on what can be built and where I want to make it less. So yeah, we have early access. There are still changes to be coming for these two. I just didn't want to expand the scope more. I needed to test it. So we have this, and then this is the interesting thing. Like, you don't see it, right? I mean, there might be more buildings added to these, but oh yeah, I forgot. Coasts also don't have yields. So in order to get, so what happens is fishing gives coast +1 food. Animal husbandry give grassland +1 food. Trapping is, oh wait, no, animal husbandry is plains, agriculture is grassland, and trapping is tundra. So depending on your start, you want to research a certain tech so that you'll get more food. Not much. I don't know if it's possible to teach the AI how to use it properly. Alright, let's settle. So, once I build the palace, this marsh will actually give me +2 food. The early bureaucracy palace +1 food. Early on, I mean, +1 food is pretty nice since we don't have anything else. So yeah, just going to settle in place. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the wheel. So city attack range. This gives a 1, so that's like default. Warrior is significantly weaker. That's actually mostly what all you can build early on. Ah yes, that's something else. Let me make a note first. So early units will have only 1 site and 1 movement. That will be implemented eventually, not right now. And then we also have Tree of Life, which replaces the palace. It gives 1 food, 1 production, and 1 science. That's it. 1 food, 1 production, and 1 science. And then it even takes 13 turns to build a warrior. So looking at the start, we have, oh yeah, hills will be really nice because like if I get food for grassland, it will affect the hill as well. For features, it doesn't, which is really weird. I never quite understood that. So let's go for agriculture. Early on, it will be pretty boring. There won't be a lot happening. I mean, there will be barbarians. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Right, that is annoying. Give tree. I just don't know if it works. Tree of life. An ability to give 1 gold on selling city. Did that keep coming up? Okay, that is actually very annoying. I will actually try to fix it. Well, we will test it. I just need to figure out what commands I need to do. I know there are instant yields. No, that's different. Building instant yields, right? Okay. I just don't know if it applies to this. Building instant yield. Building type is NE tree of life. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. I'm not updating. Inserting it. Yeah, these are things that's why I wanted to test things, because I'm like, I don't know if everything quite works. Alright, building instant yield, building type, tree of life, gold, and then we'll see if that works. If that works, that would be wonderful. I'm not certain, because usually that code is meant to be used when you finish building. I don't know. I think free buildings does count, because I remember back in the day when I actually played a third and fourth unique component, Russia had ability where they get buildings that like are built automatically. You get them for free once you research text, and they do trigger things like policies. So I'm assuming it works. Well, if this works, I will have to update my link for my mod. Yeah, that would be very annoying, like needing to manage that all the time. So I am actually going to. This is as close to a hotfix as it can be. Like everything else, I could save it for another time. But this is probably annoying enough that I'm like, I wouldn't want to experience it, so probably other people don't want to experience it. Are these lakes? Oh yeah, lakes are also one food. Okay, I screwed up somewhere. Because that is not working as intended. What did I mess up on? Building. Unless I can't spell, which I guess I'm not that surprised. I just changed this. Yeah, I'm getting palace, so something is not right. Huh. Give me a moment. That's why I normally don't mod during a stream. In this case, it's a unique situation. We have yield gold. Why? All of these are. Oh yeah, all the Bronze Era buildings. And copper, right? Yeah, okay. So I roughly know where it's happening. The question is why. Still gold. Huh. Building instant yield. Why? That is so weird. Building type, yeah. It's probably something obvious too. I'd be like, oh, of course it's that. I don't see any issues. Oh. I mean, the issue was earlier. How? Oh. Oh yeah, this tends to be takes up the longest amount of time troubleshooting. And honestly, oftentimes it's just something you did something stupid. And then you're like, why isn't it working? And then once you find it, you're like, oh, yeah, about that. Okay, I do see the yields. Do you see the yields? Am I not getting... This is a very odd thing to break, honestly. Oh, I see, I see. Wait. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, most of my time is actually troubleshooting. I wish I had more time where I'm just thinking of ideas, but in terms of modding, like something small, something that seems completely insignificant, a semicolon, and then suddenly your code doesn't work. I know for a lot of people like this, right now, but maybe just maybe some people will be interested to see how things go, because for people who have never modded, right? It's easy to be like, oh look, that's so cool. I just have to do this and that. That seems so easy. Once you really get into it, especially if you want to make big changes, like yeah, changing some values for building yields, those are relatively simple. You could go into the existing files. But once you want to get into like dig into the meat of it, do rework overhauls like what I'm doing, man, you need to learn a lot more things, and sadly not all the code works. Okay, got it. Wait, did I change? Okay, that's good. Warriors no longer. So for this, I will actually go for trapping. And it shouldn't show up anymore because I have 1 gold. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, I need to update that. I need to update that link. Delete that old one. I mean, I don't think anyone has downloaded my mods yet, so I'm not too worried about that bit. It's like, oh no, what if someone playing it encountered this issue and gets frustrated? I'm like, nobody's. At least from mostly lackluster excitement from the forum. I don't really have testers. Okay, let's remove that. And let's upload the new one. Which will take a short while, but yeah, like I said, the early game will be pretty dull. So, gosh. Well, I will have I will have a barbarian overhaul, but yeah, Warriors are 2 combat strength. Brutes are 8. You do the math. Actually, that's one thing I need to check. I need to see how strong they might be. Alright, so I need to actually get a link. Anyone with the link can view it, copy it, done, and then need to update the link here. And that link should work. Good. Details. Yep. Okay, that's good. Step. Alright, back to the game. Trust me, if I have to see that notification every single turn, I'd be pretty damn annoyed. We have 2 population. And really, honestly, all we can build is warriors. So there are things. Throw a few wonders, throw a few buildings, go from there. I haven't thought that far, so yeah, I think they're gonna get slaughtered, just saying. I wonder barbarians. Actually, there is something I want to test. So getting swarmed by barbarians is not necessarily a bad thing. Because if they do get too strong, I'll give them like penalty when attacking cities. The men's gems. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. And since these guys cost no maintenance, they also don't cost any population. Wait, what? Really? Okay, that's a new issue I haven't thought of. Huh, the notification for We Love the King Day, because they're not revealed. Wait. Did they just keep showing up? This is why I test things. I mean, but before I just tested if everything worked out properly with the proper start. I just don't know how to turn off a notification. Civ 5, how to turn off. How do we turn off notification? Oh, that's the Civ 6. That's something that never even crossed my mind until now. Maybe it's in the fines. We Love the King Day. That's the thing, there are so many things that are still hidden behind DLL. And I'm like, I'm not quite in the mood of dealing with that yet. Huh, that is... Is it a resource? Route. Robbed. Resource demand countdown. Wait, what turn are we? Turn 18. That could be it. Let's go into the mod itself. Go into VP. But yeah, this is probably what you're gonna see a lot for a while. Because with the modding I'm doing, it's really hard to put time into playing. Because I'm spending most of my time modding. Yeah. And then you encounter these issues that you're like, how do I fix that? Why should I more influence, conquest, culture, minor, happiness, golden age, unit stuff, by it wasn't touched here. That doesn't mean it's not affected. The resource. Wait, what? Trade route different resource value. Doesn't see. I'm looking for. Also, resource exhausted penalty. That's interesting. Because I know you can't heal units if you don't have the resource, but if they get an attack penalty, I just don't mind like that. But that's getting off on a tangent. I don't even know where to look, honestly. That is it there? Okay, let's look for city. City strength, city unit zoom, no. Ring. Resource, we love the King Day. I see where we could set the turns, you'll get it. Event. Because it doesn't ask for resources from the start either. City, gold. I'm just looking through the SQLs. Connection. Event. Like if I can just push that back, that'd be wonderful. Base, broken builder, barbarian, happiness. Be under balance? Maybe for turns? Like I said, I have yet to need to deal with this, so now it's like turns since peace weight dampener. No, that's the very route. Or so far the only thing. Resource demand countdown. Well, let's change something and see what happens. Yeah, welcome to modding, where you're like, I don't know what this does. I mean, if I open the DLL and learn how to use it, I can figure it out. But right now, I'm staying away from DLL for now. Eventually, I will get into DLL. That is the plan. But for now, we love the King Day. Gotta make sure I at least keep everything labeled. Resource to that doesn't even seem right. Let's try 150 for resource demand countdown base. And have the same for capital add. But we will find out if this works or not. Yeah, when you really get into modding, it's not that fun. Well, I guess it kind of depends on what you're modding. If you're, I mean, it's definitely really cool. Like what got me into it is just I have these ideas, I want to implement it. How do I do it? And it has been a fun journey, and it will continue to be because I'm slowly implementing more and more of my ideas, and it's cool seeing them work. And then of course you also have the moments when you're like, this is not working. How do I fix this? This wasn't an issue I thought I would encounter. I love the King Day. I mean, if I'm lucky, that is the right way to fix it, and then it's like, hell yeah. Keep going. This is why I needed to. Oh, there's also something else I wanted. Ah, yes, the start year. Something else I need to. So, planes, you will go for animal husbandry. And then we'll see. Gotta keep passing turns. Is there another one? Resource amount countdown. Yeah, I do need to fix that. I actually don't know how you change how many years will pass by. Okay. We're growing. What? We're growing? I think it's turn 10 when you start getting your we love the King Day, I demand this resource thing. Yeah, don't hold my breath. I'm not counting on it. Fixes are rarely that straightforward. Maybe it's not turn 10. Maybe it's turn 15. Well, we'll find out at 15. Yeah, look at that. Hey, at least we have 63%. But I mean my vision of it is that early on you shouldn't be able to explore much anyways. Okay, this looks to be okay, let's wait until turn 20. And then if that still works out. Man, I'm growing a lot. That last started I was stuck at 2 and then the city went stagnant. Okay, that is good. No. Okay, oh. Let's try that again. It only takes a million tries. Hey, I'm happy. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. Copy that. Rename it. Wait. 0.3.6. That's. And then anything after this, it can't wait. It can't wait. Think I fixed it. Actually, that is something else I need to also look at. How do they have 60 gold? I'm like, wait, what? 39. Oh! Right, AI gets bonuses when they settle a city. Okay, that's something else I need to look at. Yeah, that is definitely something else to look at, and then... And I'm trying to... Already two not so well known hotfixes. Okay. When you don't have much of an audience, it's... Nobody's gonna notice. Alright, like if you have these for BP base, yeah, people are gonna notice. But for this... Maybe I should make them a bit more expensive. But yeah, one thing I recall, I think it's a difficulty setting. It sets when the barbarians can enter your border. But that is definitely something to take note of. So now you'll see one food here. Yeah, this is where hills becomes quite strong because you'll get one food and one production. Next, honestly, probably fishing. But maybe I should cut down on that. Yeah, now I'm curious about this other thing because it's caught my attention. Start year. Standard turn timer. Standard calendar. Standard era. Another thing. Change start date to... I think Neolithic is 10,000 BC. And adjust measurements of years. Okay. So I didn't know this. that we do have something. Wait, how did two of them get so confused? With Neolithic, a lot of civilizations are gonna see changes. This is fine because they're held back by the fact that there are no caravans until Iron Era. They're fine. They're not gonna get any missions. You're fine. Actually, any civ that benefits from conquering cities will probably see a change because the bonus just comes too late. Askia, that would be great if it wasn't for the fact that barbarians are so damn strong. Claiming adjacent tile will actually, well, yeah, it wouldn't be relevant because there's no culture or border culture from anything early on, so they're not gonna expand their borders. I'm also thinking of changing Rome, like I said, conquering. Yeah, Bismarck. I actually don't know if I am thinking of changing like the polling unique ability because it's not very good. Let's see how long you survive. Or not very long. Even with defensive. Ouch. This is all flat. The one thing that I will change is, where is it? Neolithic. Tech. I will change how much the tech costs. 30 is probably too much, so 20 is probably better. 20 and then 5. Oh wait, no, 2020 and 25 for the start of first column copper era, and then we'll have 35 for the second. You do get science there. And +2 science is a fair bit. +2 science. We'll make that. Actually, let's make that 25. Make that. Actually, 35 is fine. And then we'll have 40. Science should start exploding around here once you get +3 science, that's +6. I mean, considering you'll have only +2 science up to the end of Copper Era. 6 is what, 300% increase? You'll go from 2 to 8. 8, and then I made this more expensive because there's more science. Thought there would be. Yeah, more science here. +5, +3, +5, +5. Yeah, you'll notice the high yields. Yeah, maybe the early game the pace is a bit. So if I make it 20, it will take 20 turns. I don't know if you'll survive in the open like that. I mean, this is +10%. Okay, now we'll actually see how dangerous this is. I guess early is just survival. Just build units. Oh yeah, and you'll starve. So yes, you can. Oh, you can't even get units because. Oh, and they get hand axes. Right. The city has too low of a combat strength. Huh. Yeah, that is definitely something I want to change. So barbarians are too strong. And they can potentially take cities, so. Okay. But they could conquer cities at this point. Yeah, time to start working on. Actually, there are a few things I could change for this. That's a good thing about being the modder, right? I could change things and then just see instead of waiting for the next one. So I think I will hire. I think. Let's give 5 combat strength. It is the base city combat strength. And then in terms of units, I haven't touched brutes, have I? No. Yeah, they are still brutes. I mean, yes, I want the enemy to be quite a bit more powerful. I also don't want them to take cities. Then it's like GG everyone. So we have that, and we also have the hand axe, if I can find. So by weakening the brute and the hand axe, they will still be a threat, but they shouldn't be like. Actually, should I also change how much cities heal? Yeah, let's make that 200. Actually, speaking of which, let's go back to the tech costs. With nothing to do, yeah, 15 might be a better option. 15, 20, 30, 40, and then 200. That's spike, and then drop back down. Okay. Let's try that one. Yeah, see, these are things you wouldn't know because, I mean, to be fair, I was focused on it, on if the buildings show up and if they show the right yields. Wheel of the Kingdom notification wouldn't have even crossed my mind until I saw it. And I also like, I didn't write it down, so, yeah, if you ever want to do certain things, write something down because you're gonna forget it. Odds are, unless you have perfect memory, then I'm envious of you because I don't have that, so I need to write things down. All right, this should be changed. Good. Against 5 combat strength, 2 versus 5 is probably more manageable, I think. You hope. Man, this is like terrible terrain. You have grassland. Well, let's try it. And that's also a desert hill, which is like the worst. So yeah, these are 15 turns. Let's go animal husbandry so I could get food on those. And then we'll go for either agriculture or yeah, 5 combat strength. It should be more manageable now. Should be. I mean, the city is also tougher. I actually don't know if it will get to 6 combat strength with the warrior garrisoned in it. Yeah, that'd be interesting. And we are not going to grow until we finish animal husbandry. Oh, it does go to 6. So it does. I think currently I have like 25%. I mean, 25% of 2 is 0.5, so I guess it does round up. Yay me. I do have barbarians like quite numerous. Actually, maybe I'll also change how much experience you could get from barbarians. There's an idea. We will aim for growth. Oh wait. Yeah, I have 2 villagers. And then honestly it doesn't matter. Oh, actually it does matter. Copper tools. Yes, it does matter. Get pottery. I love how I'm just gonna move them out. But hey, no notifications. Barbarian seems more manageable. I'm happy about that. But yeah, I wonder if I could change that. Let me make a note of that. Change how much experience can be gained from fighting barbarians. I don't want it to get to the point where you could just get these level 10 units from barbarians, but maybe slightly higher, level 3. That'd be nice. I mean, that's the thing about barbarians. Like, earlier I was swamped by them. And now... Oh shoot, did it break it? Okay, I was like, ah, shoot. I'm like, I shouldn't have changed anything. Wait, what happens if an AI loses the capital to barbarians? I just don't know. It's a very interesting thing to think about. Yeah, I don't know where they're getting their gold. They couldn't possibly be Carthage for all of those, so it's... See, that's one of the things that I also need to change. Because right now, AI is rewarded for certain actions. And I'm like, I would rather that not be the case. Yeah, the early turns are pretty damn boring, but yeah. I could technically explore the warrior. It won't get very far. Look at all the food I'm not getting. He might even find a civ. But my hope is to change it so that... Oh yeah, and find city states. I forgot you can find city states. Did I break barbarians? I haven't seen a single one. I'm so confused now. Someone did meet Quebec City. No, I met one earlier here and then stopped showing up. Are there mountains? Wow. Yeah, early on you'll just have a ton of warriors. See, the problem is just that barbarian is such a random thing to have. Okay, turn 41. How much science do they get from selling? Ugh. Yeah, I need to. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing next for my next patch. Difficulty. Difficulty patch. Because their current thing is... He has 8 techs? What the heck? And he has policies? What? What the hell? What are the bonuses they're getting? And they're getting gold. Yeah, no, I need to fix it. Yeah, this is so much more manageable. Oh, wow. I need to fix this. Yeah, 9 techs. No, they must just have like crazy... That doesn't explain why. I'm so confused. Yeah, no, I definitely need to... Wow. Yeah, they're just flying through the text. Doesn't make sense. Ah, shoot, why did I move there? Now you're dead. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. 11 texts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 11 texts means they're almost ready to get into Bronze Era. Wait, this count? Yeah, they're almost ready for Bronze Era. Oh. I mean, that was an interesting stream. Like I said, it's not gonna be very orthodox. But hey, I learned a lot, so that is definitely something I need to think about. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a good one. And next time I stream this, I'm probably gonna do it once a week because, like I said, I'll be spending most of my time modding. But yeah, difficulty, man, that is gonna be a big one. Just figuring out. I don't have the smallest. I mean, don't know how production. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.